I didn't mind those flashes back to the movies that are based on the story. And in particular, the focus on Tony Perkins, who plays Norman Bates in Psycho, based on Ed. Particularly the focus on his struggle with playing the character and wrestling with what happened with his career after playing such a character. Woo! That was interesting. I think it gave you something to think about. And there was some commentary on pop culture and how far we can take the subject of serial killers as well. How far do you take this? How interested do you get people? How far do you take it before it becomes a problem? To me, every single flashback to a movie that was based on this story was a reminder of that, and definitely shows us that this is how a serial killer becomes a celebrity. And then we see the moments later on where Ed's getting fan letters and Ed's getting letters from other serial killers that are committing crime after Ed was already put away. I mean, and they're referencing him and they're saying, I idolize you. And it gets wild. And I think that that's one thing this series does well. However, sometimes I thought that I'll call them the hallucinations, the dream sequences. First off, it's hard to decipher which is which, what's reality and what's a dream and what's a hallucination and what actually happened and what didn't actually happen. So I'm going to recommend this. If you do choose to watch Monster, the Ed Gein Story on Netflix, read up on what really happened first so you can keep your focus and have something to refer to as you watch this, so that you have an easier time discerning what really happened and what didn't really happen, because they're going to play with that this whole series. They're going to play with that. And maybe that was, to say, well, this is what was going on in Ed's own mind, or it was a theory on this is probably what happened in Ed's own mind. So why wouldn't the series reflect all of that? But I take issue with it when you're outright fabricating certain things.